To find the best gold in Brazil, Parker will travel nearly 2,500 miles from central Para, home of one of the world's biggest ever modern gold strikes, to the state of Mato Grosso, where nearly $1 billion of gold is mined each year. But his first stop is the city of Porto Velho, gateway to the gold fields of the mighty Amazon basin. Home to the legendary communities of floating dredges, known as fofocas, that extract up to $1 billion in gold every year.
I have been in a plane for like 25 hours.
Here we are.
Our first stop here in Porto Velho is one of the last big frontier goldfield areas in the Amazon. You know, they have a lot of these kind of like home-built dredging systems called fofocas. I'm always curious about like different mining methods in everywhere we go, every country we go to.
Vocês podem subir. Pode subir, fica à vontade. Tá armado hoje, é?
Watch your head. I just smashed it.
Oh, already?
This one's been burnt down before.
Yeah.
There are so many things to smack, whack, rip your arm off. You get distracted and you're
The fofocas are just like something straight out of Mad Max. Like the ingenuity of the different systems here to make things work out of just a bunch of spare random parts. I need a diff out of a truck. That's a truck diff under there. That's awesome.
These dredges, built from low-cost salvage materials, are mostly owned by families who live on the level above and employ 4 to 5 workers to catch the gold.
Does everybody help everybody out?
Dependente.
What is this controlling?
They're doing that to control the depth of where they're pumping.
In the center of each dredge, a pump, powered by a diesel truck engine, attaches to a hose that must be moved constantly to keep it just above the uneven riverbed. The hose then sucks up water and gold-rich silt onto a carpet-lined sluice tray, which traps the heavy gold.
If he's too high, he's just pulling water, and too low and it's plugged off. Is there a certain depth that they're trying to get to?
It says by the color of the water. When it looks like chocolate milk, it is right.
It's like a vacuum cleaner. If you put your hand over it, it's not sucking at all. It's just blocked off.
I'll arm wrestle him. I'm going to ask him for an arm wrestle. I want to know how strong he is. He must be a machine.
Look at this setup. So he's made like a foot control so that he can just like put his foot down and not have to spin the wheel like those guys over there were doing. Somebody really didn't want to spin that thing by hand.
He's like 80 years old, got a massive right arm. One day he was just like,
I'm done.
what have I been doing?
One impressive thing about this is how much physical work goes into this and how like really diligent you'd have to be to work on these.
Oh, wow.
Ué, ó quem eu trouxe aqui, ó, pra vocês verem, ó.
After 2 days chasing gold on the Madeira River, Fabiano brings Parker to the Evolution Dredge.
Será que ele pode subir aí? Pode subir. E ele quer conhecer aí, operar, quer fazer tudo. Trabalhar com nós aí, com a gente.
He's very used to work
Straight away.
straight away, yeah.
Perfect.
This massive operation
Let's get into it.
will give him the chance to see how much gold can be mined legally on the river.
I've spent millions of dollars on exploration, so I have a pretty good feel for what an opportunity kind of looks like. And if there could be like an actual feasible business opportunity here.
Hey man, how are you?
Built on an industrial scale, the Evolution dredge is a metal construction at least 5 times the size of the illegal dredges. It's a 24/7 operation, run by a crew of just 6.
Oi?
É o motor da draga.
Ah, the engines.
Why do they have 2 engines?
Por que vocês têm 2 motores?
E um é aquele ali, ele que vai puxar o material lá do fundo do rio. Isso aqui.
This one is the one that makes the suction.
E esse de cá toca, esse negócio fica girando lá na lança.
Ah, o abacaxi.
O abacaxi fica girando.
This one rotates this piece
gotcha.
here that they call the pineapple.
The
They call it a
pineapple.
pineapple. Yeah,
like
it turns the pineapple, yeah.
The Pineapple is a sharp cutter head at the end of a 98-foot-long hydraulic crane. When the crane arm is lowered, the Pineapple spins, churning up the gold-rich riverbed, which is sucked up its 18-inch diameter pipe. A second pump pulls in clean water that mixes with the pay gravel and takes it up to the sluice, where heavy gold drops out of the slurry and is caught in the mats.
Got like computer screens and shit. High tech.
Fala pra ele como se liga.
You turn the key.
Olha um pouquinho.
Wait a little bit.
As the engine fires up, the suction hose is lowered manually, delivering 2,500 gallons of water per minute up to the sluice.
Aqui, pra cá baixa, pra cá sobe. Aqui é escaria pra ficar rodando. Vai rodar lá embaixo.
That's the pineapple.
The pineapple thing, and this goes down and goes up.
Dá uma pra ele acelerar.
I finally understand how it works.
How?
The other dredges that we were around don't have the cutter head. So they just suck up sand. These guys can cut through hard stuff with pineapple.
Driven by a 700 horsepower engine, the rotating Pineapple gives the Evolution an edge over the other dredges. Burrowing down into the harder packed layer of the riverbed, it can churn up more material and increase the gold potential.
This is an industrial level floating dredge. 2 engines, 1,500 liters of fuel used every day. They run 20 hours a day. The 4 hours they're like resting, they're actually taking care of the equipment. Finally, we're in a legal mining site, but this is like from another planet.
As médias ouro de 100, 270, a média. No inverno o cara fala de 600, 400, 500, no inverno.
What do you mean?
20 horas.
20 horas, 500 gramos.
At its peak, the Evolution can bring in over $32,000 a day. To reach the $10 million a year potential, the crew leave nothing to chance.
Probably the most interesting thing about these dredges is they have a testing method where they have that tube that comes out from the feed box and it like takes off a little bit of the pay and just puts it into a gold panel box next to you. And they pan that to test the ground that they're dredging so you can see what's happening. I quite like that.